All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome in and welcome back. Hopefully, you all are doing well this morning, today, this afternoon, whenever you see this. So, I'm going to be completely honest with you. With packing and with everything that I've got going on in my world, I forgot Friday's video. I'm going to be completely honest. I forgot it. So, in order to make it up to you guys, this week, I'm going to get all the videos done. But today, I'm going to go through all 12 zodiac signs. How I'm going to do that is I've got my light cards and my dark cards here. I'll pull one from each. I will pull some tarot. Won't be a lot, but it'll be enough to get the message, across. And then I'm going to pull some wisdom cards. They're sassy advice cards. I will translate them for you. And what I mean by translate is I'll read the card and then I'll explain kind of what it's shooting for. Sometimes they can be a pain in the ass, so just be mindful of that. But that is my intention with this reading, so I invite you to sit down, relax, hop through this video. Everything is Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, so I recommend jumping through, your entire chart if you need to. At least the four important ones, the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Because there may be a little bit of knowledge in each of them for you. So without further ado, we are going to get started. I am going to go through air, water, earth, and fire. So air signs are up first. And we're going to start with Gemini. So Geminis, how are you? And I am writing down my timestamps. So Gemini, ooh, give me this one. What do we have for Geminis? Geminis, we have community for the top part, and this one for the bottom. The Magi. Okay. I'm hearing peacekeepers. I feel like you are working with the community that is around you. It may not be the actual community, but I do feel as though that it is the community that you surround yourself with. It could be friends, it could be family, it could be, just your inner circle of people. And I feel like the intention is I'm hearing to bring them closer together. To bring them closer together. We've got the Page of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. Yeah, Peacekeeper. Peacekeeper. It's almost like you're rallying the troops. You're trying to inspire these people around you. Why are you trying to inspire them? What is the message here? I mean, we have the Ten of Pentacles here. Thank you. That was the Justice card of Libra. Libra, Ace of Wands, Knight of Cups, and the Death card. For some of you, you could be dealing with some drama. For others of you, I feel as though that you are trying to, it's almost like you're trying to soften the groups. And what I mean by that is that you're trying to bring them together. You're trying to bring these different aspects of your community together. Which means you could also be sifting and sorting through them with the death and transformation. But you could be turning one aspect into another. They could be, blending in together here. But I do feel as though you are trying to keep the peace with this, while also not trying to lose the magic. But with the Page of Wands to the Ace of Wands, you are trying to inspire them. I'm also seeing a torch. So you could very well be leading them into this place of magic, this place of community, this place that almost feels like home. I'm getting that feeling as well, especially with the Ten of Pentacles here. You are bringing them into a place of home. And if you aren't doing it for that community, for the people around you, you're doing it for yourself. You are doing it for yourself and kind of weeding out the people and the places and the spaces that are no longer serving you as you transition into this. Now, there is a small shoot here with the transformation. You could also be just upending it all. You'd be upending it all because you are changing into a different version of yourself. And so now you're finding new places, new things that inspire you, Ace of Wands. You could be finding new things to kind of surround yourself with, to spend your time with. This is nice, Gemini. Very nice to start this off with. What do we have for advice? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Any others? Give me one more. I'm sorry. That first card that... Okay, we'll get 2 more. I only wanted 3, but that's fine. So the first one that came out was don't talk to anyone, don't look at anyone. You need some fucking time alone, and you know why. So it falls into kind of that detox, you know, energy of, you know, trying to upend these social circles that you have surrounded yourself with. Detox, drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out, right? You're getting rid of, you know, these things. This one is the lightning bolt. It says figure your shit out on your own, which, again, I feel like is what you're doing. And this says fuck fear, it will lie to your face. So as you move through this energy, don't let fear try and stop you. I know that upending these things can be rather scary. So try not to let fear, you know, guide this. Really let the magic of this guide you. Because I feel like that's what's going to be most important as you move through these new chapters here. As you find a better place where you belong, where you find your tribe. All right, Gemini, that is what I have for you. We are now moving on to Libra. Libras, how are you? Hopefully you guys are doing well. Libra, this one is talking to me. And this one is talking to me. So what do we have? A change in the wind. And patience. Change is one of those things where it can take time. Especially with this type of change. I don't quite know yet if this change is happening to you. Well, I mean, obviously it's happening to you. But what I mean is what type of change is this? Are you slowly transitioning yourself? What's going on here? What's going on here? And I feel like you will need to have patience if you're stepping into a new chapter. Or at least shifting course. I'm seeing a ship. And it's like slowly turning. It takes some time. It takes some time for that ship to move. We have the Page of Pentacles. The King of Cups. The Magician. Yeah, see, there you are. The King of Swords. The World. There's the endings and the new beginnings. And underneath we have the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like the changes that you are trying to implement here, they're fixed. Let me just tell you this right now, especially if some of you are losing your minds. They are fixed. With the Wheel of Fortune and the World, they are... Fate is stepping in, the universe is stepping in, and it's a fixed point. I feel like you are taking lessons of the past, Page of Pentacles, because past, future, of the long past. And I feel like it's bringing about an emotional clarity for you. And that's causing you to change, Magician. Then as you move forward, you end up with the King of Swords. And that's clarity. I mean, he's kind of a dick sometimes, but it's still clarity. And then we have the World. You may be putting to rest some cycles here that emotionally aren't serving you. Give me these cycles. Hello. The High Priestess, what are you? Are these upside down? They are. The Queen of Cups, we have water signs here. The King of Pentacles, okay, one more. And the Two of Swords. I feel like with your intuition and with you taking a long, hard look at yourself, with the things that emotionally, with the lessons of the past and the things that are emotionally inspiring you, I feel like that is what's driving this forward. And I feel like what comes out of this is, emotion, but it's also self-worth. I feel like you're no longer going to be begging, for people's attention. I feel like your confidence is going to skyrocket. It's like you know your worth and you're not afraid to have it be shown, to have it be expressed, emotions and self-worth. Get over yourself, pull your shit together, help people, give back, do good shit for humanity. That's where I feel like the emotional side of this comes in. This one says, stop obsessing. You are not the fucking center of the universe. I disagree with this card. I do. I wholeheartedly disagree with this card. And then the reason why I disagree with it is because in actuality, we are the center of our universes. We have control of what comes in and what comes out when it comes to people and situations, depending on our vibrations and our actions. So stop obsessing and remember that you are the center of your universe. Okay? Because you are in control. And that's what I feel like is kind of triggering all of this. And this one says, you got a feeling you just can't shake. That little voice inside of you, listen to it. Listen to that little voice. That's where I feel like this is kind of coming from. It's coming from inside of you. And that is some really big change. That is some serious big change. Especially when it comes from, inside the house. But I want to go back to the patience card here. Rome wasn't built in a day. So don't think that you're going to have all of the answers, right now. You have a direction. You are steering yourself in a new direction. So, don't panic if you stumble or fall. And don't think that just because it's not happening right now that it's not happening at all. Because it is. Libras, that is what I have for you. Thank you very much. Moving on now to Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius. How are you? Hopefully you all are doing well. This one. This one's talking to me. We have the Fates. Not surprised. And then give me this one. This one's talking to me too. When we pulled the Wildling underneath. I feel like there's an energy that is trying to break free. That is trying to bust out. I love how the stars are falling down from the sky and around the Fates. Right? I love that. Stars for me are wish fulfillment. But it's almost like they're coming down and giving you a hug. I'm also hearing suppressed. There are some suppressed energies that are hindering you from stepping forward, from stepping into your power. What we got? Nine of Cups. The High Priestess. You're showing up as the Queen of Swords. Okay. Future energy is the Chariot. And the last card here is the Seven of Swords. And what do we have underneath? We have the Nine of Swords. Absolutely. Absolutely. What are you headed towards? I do want to take a look at that before I throw all of this at you. What are you headed towards? Lovers. Union. Six of Swords. Four of Swords. Three of Wands. Beautiful. So I feel like right now things are really stressful for you. That tells me with the Nine of Swords. That also tells me with the Seven of Swords that... the Seven of Swords is the liar card, but it also represents as movement. Mr. Man, I am currently talking to our friends. Go find a toy. I gave him treats today and he wants more of them. But anyway, It's also movement. It's almost like you're putting swords down and moving away from it, you know, intended to come back to it. But to be honest with you, I don't think you get that chance. I feel like you are tuned in to your intuition. Hello, Mr. Cosmo. You are tuned in to your intuition. Yeah, you're going to help me. Don't knock those cards over. And your happiness, which are wonderful guiding points, right? They're wonderful guiding points. And with you being an air sign showing up as the Queen of Swords, you know, I feel like you do have the answers. Why do you smell like cough drops? You do. You smell like cough drops. But you do have the answers. And you're moving forward with those answers. The Chariot and the Seven of Swords. But where you're going is the Lovers, the Six of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Three of Wands. I feel like you shift into alignment. You could very well be out of alignment right now. You know, maybe things aren't going quite according to your plan, but sometimes fate has other plans for us. So don't think that just because it's not what you envisioned, that it's not what it should be. Okay, and I know that's hard for Aquarius. Guilty. So don't think that just because it's not, you know, what you think should be happening, doesn't mean that it's not what should be happening. If that makes any sort of sense to you. Laugh. Where the fuck is your sense of humor? Yeah, sometimes when we're faced with these types of energies, the best thing you can do is laugh. You know when I'm stressed out, I love a good comedian. Comedian always raises my vibration. You are the best thing to ever happen to you. Go easy on your ass. And buy yourself a drink. And what the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you're waiting for a sign, well, here it is. This is kind of the turning point for you, Aquarius. So, again, don't think that just because the projection and where you're going isn't what it looks like right now, or isn't what you think it should look like. Relax. Okay? Because where you're going is exactly where you need to go. And I know that's, again, I know that's hard for Aquarius. I absolutely know that's hard for Aquarius because we're the visionaries, you know, and we're also the King of Swords. And we have particular ways in which we like to do things. And, you know, we're fixed signs. We're very rigid. So please don't lose your focus and don't freak out. Because that's where I feel like that wildling energy is coming in. You're trying to break free to create your own path. And I feel like that's why the fates are like, hold that thought. But Aquarians, that's what I have for you. Thank you very much. That's the air signs. Now we're going to be moving on to water signs. So, Cancers, how are ya? How are you doing? Hopefully you guys are doing well. This one. I don't know why I pulled the darker one first, but oh well, c'est la vie. And then give me this one. Cancers, we have no place like home and boundaries. Okay. No place like home and boundaries. I feel like this is kind of like Gemini's. Gemini was revamping their tribe. But this feels, of course, different. We'll see where we're going. I'm not going to put my foot in my mouth with this one. We have the Two of Cups, the Knight of Swords. You're showing up right now as the Emperor. That's Aries energy. Future energy, we've got the Five of Wands. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. Why the conflict? Why the conflict? Is it because you're setting down boundaries? It's Five of Cups. Yeah. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Two of Wands. So I feel like you are trying to start, I would call it a safe space, but I feel like it involves somebody else. It's almost like you're trying to get things in order, and other people don't appreciate that. Five of Cups, it's almost like they feel like they're losing out on the knowledge that you have to offer them. You know, that emotional dependency is what they're losing out on. They're losing out on that emotional dependency because I feel like with this, when it comes to your boundaries with the Emperor, I did not pull an underneath world. I'll pull that one. You are creating new chapters. And I feel like you are standing up for yourself, you know, and for your space. And the other people who don't appreciate that are going to get mad. It's going to cause some conflict. But I want to throw this at you that the people who don't get mad and the people who understand, those are the people you're looking for. But I feel like with the boundaries in place that you are going to set are going to upset other people because they aren't living your life. And the boundaries that you are putting in place is cutting off their emotional dependency of you. Of you. I feel like when you tell them of this, you guys will kind of butt heads here. Mr. Cosmo, what do you, look at him. Oh, you can't see him. He was standing, we have a ledge right here. He was standing right there. What advice do we have for you guys? You think someone is lying? They are. Which is probably why you're setting boundaries. Get outside, move your ass. Your body is pissed at you. Which in translation, you know, tells me that you do need to get outside more, but you also need to be moving through this time. Because it's dark in here and you can't see a fucking thing. Get your head out of your ass. Pronto. So, when... Oh, this one says, believe what you see. Don't fight fire with fire on this. Because I feel like it's just going to cause more conflict than what you're ready to deal with. What these are telling me is that when this happens, you know, thank them, but send them on their way. Right? Because your life is not dictated by the opinions of others. Your life is dictated by the opinion of you. So don't think that, again, that these people who are fighting with you, you know, you need them around. Again, the reason why they're so pissed off is because you're setting boundaries. It's because you're creating a safe space for you, and they don't like that because they can no longer reach you. Okay? That is what I have for you. You know, it's going to suck if somebody ends up with Gemini Aries or Gemini Cancers. It'll be like, essentially the same message. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, Cancers. That's what I have for you. Thank you very much for joining me. We are now moving on to Pisces. Hello, Pisces. How are you? Hopefully you are doing well today. This one's talking to me. Hello, hello. And this one's kind of tucked into a corner. What do we have? The Observer and Love. Are you on the outside looking in? Give me these. Are you on the outside looking in? It's kind of what this feels like. You could be detached from emotion. You could be detached from love. It definitely feels like you're looking at it from a distance. Please tell me you're not watching anyone. You're not stalking people, are you? Because that would not be good. Alright. What we have here for Pisces. Pisces, what's going on underneath? Page of Swords. Okay. A little bit of clarity, a little bit of hesitation. Past energy, the far past, we got the Six of Pentacles. Past energy, we have the Seven of Cups. Okay. You're showing up as the High Priestess. Lots of intuition today. Future energy, we got the King of Swords. No, okay. And then we have the Ace of Swords. And the clarity, what is this clarity? Eight of Swords, Queen of Swords, we got air signs, the Tower, and the Fool. Ooh, what is going on with you, Pisces? I feel like some things of the past were out of balance. And it was almost a confusing time on how to figure out the answers, right? Because Pisces are very emotional. Like, water signs generally are emotional. That wasn't a hit at you. But I feel like, you know, you were trying to maybe balance out a relationship. And your intuition is coming in, you know, it's black and white. You know, trying to keep things in a box, trying to keep things very clear, okay? Then we have the King of Swords and the Ace of Swords, and that clarity is clarified by the Eight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Tower, and the Fool. So there's something here. There's maybe some sort of truth or some sort of answer that you were holding on to about romance. I'm not going to say that you were watching somebody or they're watching you or whatever this may be. I'm trying to keep this as general as possible. But whatever truth this is, whatever understanding this is, it's kind of giving me a fast track of this energy. You know, I feel like you were kind of stuck. The truth comes in, and it blows things apart, but it lets you move forward on a new adventure, on a new beginning, on a new chapter. I'm not saying it's with a new person, especially if you're in a relationship and going through relationship struggles. But what I'm saying is that there's a clarity here that I feel like holds the answer, holds the key. This one says, take a trip, go see some shit, do some new things, talk to people cooler than you. Okay, so remove yourself from the situation for a little bit. Really mull over that truth. Don't force it. Allow it to come to you. Love. Get some, give some. It'll cheer you up. And that's where that balance comes back into place. I feel like this is kind of a two-way street here that you were working with, but I feel like you were trying to come up with all the answers. Now, don't get me wrong, you have clarity, and it may be an answer, but it may not be the whole answer, because in relationships, it's a package deal. It's two people against the world. So don't think that just because you have the truth here, be very careful with that King of Swords, just because you have the truth here, it doesn't mean that it's the only truth. Okay? Because you have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Yes, they are of the same suit, but they are two separate cards, two separate entities. One is divine feminine, one is divine masculine, one is a male, one is a female. Again, not saying that to say that that's just what relationships are. Hello. But what I'm saying is that you may have one half of the answer, and this other individual or this other entity may have the other half of that answer. Okay? All right. Pisces. Wooga. All right. Oh, the Two of Pentacles was underneath. Balance. I'm hearing Mulan. Mulan 2. One alone is not enough. You need both together. Winter, summer, moon, and sun. Lesson number 1. That's the first lesson of relationships. You have to do things together. All right, Pisces. That's what I have for you. We are now moving on. Pause. We're moving on to Scorpios. Hello, Scorpios. How are you? Hopefully you all are doing well. My brain had, like, a malfunction. It happens. It happens. This... Oh, no. No. Do what you're told. Follow your intuition. Haha! Higher power. And give me this one. This one's higher power and movement. Higher power and movement. Kind of like Cosmo. He's been over there staring at me for God knows how long. Yes, I know. I am very much aware. But you don't need upstairs. Because nobody is upstairs for you. The only one home right now is me. Dad's not home. And your other human isn't home. Yeah, just relax. Higher power and movement. Could be some divine intervention here happening. Underneath we have the Emperor, which is Aries. Past we have the Knight of Swords, the King of Wands. You're showing up as the Ace of Cups. Death and the Seven of Wands. Tell me more about this. Because I feel like this gave me too big of a picture. It's only giving me chunks. Seven of Pentacles, the Empress, the Five of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. So I do have to throw this in here because that's just me. You could be dealing with relationships. Will you listen here? You could be dealing with relationships like I'm dealing with Cosmo right now. Are you done? Go play. Are you done? Go play. Go play. I know you want to play with Dad, but I'm not done talking to our friends. What zodiac sign are you again? I'm gonna figure it out. I'll let you guys know when I know, but I'm gonna figure out what zodiac sign you are, because you're acting like a jerk. Anyway, to throw this at you, don't talk to me that way. Some of you could be dealing with relationships. And I'm going to go deal with Cosmo. Alright. The reason why I say you're dealing with relationships is because we have the Divine Emperor, we have the Emperor and the Empress, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, with the Ace of Cups. The Five of Cups with the Ten of Cups. Okay. Some of you have worked very hard, Scorpios, to get to where you are. Okay. And I feel like you've kind of done it alone. No bash on you. But I feel like some of you have done it alone for far too long. And so now that you are moving, now that you've hit a certain point, Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, you've done the work. Okay. And now it's time for somebody else to come in and to kind of flip the script on you. And I know that can be jarring. I feel like, it's kind of like a rom-com. Okay. And I mean this in the best way possible. It's kind of like a rom-com where, you've got the CEO who's uptight and does things, you know, to a T all day, every day. And then in comes the other half of this, the, what is it? The co-star, there you go, where in comes them and they're dysfunctional. They're a mess. But they live a happy life, right? And when these two energies meet, the CEO's energy is flipped on its side, right? It's like, you know, they didn't know how much fun life could be. You know, they're kind of breaking out of that shell. I feel like that's what's happening here. But it's coming from a higher power, and it's coming from a movement that you're not seeing. Okay? And I feel like this movement is going to cause these two energies to meet. Because again, with the Seven of Wands and Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you have done quite a bit of work. And it's kind of made you a little rigid. Emperor energy. It's kind of made you a little rigid. Kind of like you were the master of your universe, which is good. But you're missing one key part of your world. And that is love. You look like a shit show. You're a hot mess. Clean yourself up. Translation of this card means that you've done well, but you're not where you need to be. And when this all comes together, it's going to be a shit show. Next card says, stop whining about it. No one wants to listen to it. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change the world, so do it. And the last one is, I got 2 of them. Step away from the crazy-making diet for a hot second. Kale and spirulina taste like ass. Eat some yummy shit, bacon, chocolate, beer. Go get some. Means stop living with the rigid life and have some fun. And this one, you could be dealing with somebody who is on your level but not giving you what you need. And the reason why I say that you could be dealing with another CEO who's also like, ooh, I'm so rigid. I'm going to do things this way and this is the way it's going to be. Stop texting that person. Stop stalking that person. Stop checking up on that person. Just stop. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste your time on that type of energy. It says ridiculousness, but I feel like ridiculousness is what you need. So stop wasting your time on the ridiculousness of this rigid energy, right? It's not helping you. And that's not what's coming in for you. Just throwing that at you. Just throwing that at you. I'm not going to give you any more because I don't want to freak you out any more than what you are. With the 5 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Not going to go there. Not going to go there. Not going to do it because I feel like you're already going to freak out. But you'll figure it out. I mean, it's kind of like a rom-com. That's all I'm going to say to you. That's it. That's it. All right, Scorpios, that's what I have for you, and that is water signs. All right, now we are moving on to Virgos. 3657 Virgos, how are you? Hopefully you all are doing well. Moving into earth signs. This one. What you got here with this? Serendipity. Okay, and this one. Serendipity and the Creator. Very grounded. Very grounded energy. So let's see what you're going to do with this grounded energy. I don't know why these are talking to me, but these are talking to me, so we're going to use these. I haven't used these for the last 6 Zodiacs. That was not English. The past 6 Zodiacs. Alright, what we got? What are we working with? Underneath, we have the 2 of Swords. Okay. 6 of Swords, Judgment. You're showing up as the 10 of Cups. Future, 6 of Wands, and the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords have shown up right there in another reading, too. Clarify the 2 of Swords. Clarify the 2 of Swords. World, 2 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. You have the potential for some really good things, okay? But I feel as though the thing stopping you is this. The 4 of Pentacles. Being unwilling to step out of your bubble, your box, your comfort zone. I feel like you were unwilling to let go of certain things to make room for other things. It's almost like you're blind to it. You know, you have a clear path on where you want to go. Judgment, 10 of Cups, 6 of Wands. Like, beautiful. You know, you're shooting for happiness, right? Aren't we all? But Seven of Swords is the Liar card, and this particular card, it doesn't have the buildings in the back. I mean, he's got the 3 swords down, and he's carrying 4 of Swords. There could be some pain that needs to be addressed. First off, there could be some pains that need to be addressed with the 3 of Swords and carrying the 4 of Swords. That may need healed. But it's also a lie. So maybe you're telling yourself that, oh no, I don't need to heal that. Or, oh no, that's behind me. But that pain is going to stop you from stepping into that creator energy. You create your universe. And I remember telling a Virgo this way back when. you know, well, not many years ago, but at least 2 or 3 years ago, you were in control of your vibration. If you vibrate on a low vibration because you refuse to do the healing, refuse to do the things that you need to heal past traumas, to heal past issues, if you're not willing to change and evolve with your energy, you're going to get the same shit every time, right? And that prevents you from, you know, getting a wonderful relationship, getting a better job, you know, loving your life. It's not just about romantic things, but it is about your life as a whole. And when you refuse to heal those things, you know, heal those wounds, it's going to leave you stuck. And for some of you, Virgos, tend to, turn a blind eye to that, to a sword. You're like, no. If I don't see it, I don't hear it, don't feel it, it's not there. Unfortunately, that's not how this works. 3 of them for me, please. Whatever you're thinking about, don't do it. Now is not the fucking time. Which means there's a time and place for everything. There's a time and place for everything. Winning. You got a good thing going, don't ruin that shit. You know, and this one says fucking apologize. Seriously, just do it. With this energy, with what I'm getting with these cards, and I can't believe they're all orange, you know, I feel like the winning is kind of the delusion. You know, you got a good thing going, don't ruin it. You know, yes, you know, you can stay on this path for the rest of your life. It's your choice. You do it. It's all you. My job here is to illuminate and to show you different paths. And with what I'm getting from this, you know what, if you stay on this path, yeah, eventually you'll get there. Yes, eventually you'll have this lower vibration be your norm. That's fine. That's all you. You do that. But with these 2 cards, is a contradiction. Now's not the fucking time, and seriously, just do it. Apologize. I feel like there could be an apology for somebody else. For you, you know, I feel like what you're doing has worked up until a certain point, which is great. I'm glad it's worked for you. But again, if people don't change and evolve, you're going to remain stuck. And if you remain in that lower vibration, the good things that come in, which is kind of what all of this is about, when the good things come in, you're not going to see it. Woohoo! Virgo, that's all I've got. That is where I'm going to leave that, because I feel like I have not really crossed the line, but I know, Nine of Swords underneath. I feel like I have definitely hit a bone, a soft spot. Definitely hit a point where I've triggered some of you. So that's just where I'm going to leave that. Thank you, Virgos, very much. My bad. All right, with Virgos being done, we are now moving on to Taurus. Hello, Taurus. How are you? Hopefully you are doing well. What we got for Taurus? Taurus, you heard this one. This one's talking to me. What are ya? Ask body. That was the lower vibration. I've done that twice now. What is the higher vibration? Tick-tock. What's going on with you? This is an odd combination. TikTok and ask body. What is going on with you? Give me these. TikTok and ask body. Is there something going on with your body? Something that doesn't feel right? Whether that be actually not feeling right with your body, or could your intuition be talking to you and it's like, yo, this doesn't feel right. Let's see where we're going with this. I do feel like there's a rush of energy, a rush of time underneath. We have the Knight of Pentacles. There's a lesson coming in, all right? 2 of Swords, Knight of Wands. You're showing up as the Chariot. There's that fast motion. Queen of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. What is going on here? Nine of Cups, the Emperor, the 7 of Swords, and the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. This is one of those moments where it's, and I don't remember who I was just talking to about a rom-com. It was one of the zodiac signs. It's in there somewhere. But I feel as though with this, your body is trying to tell you something, and I'm not saying that you're ignoring it, but what I'm going to say to you is, and this is very interesting, don't let it slip through your fingers. Don't let it slip through your fingers. I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles, you have learned lessons. You do really well, you know, Earth signs, Taurus, you know, you do really well with tradition, right? The Hierophant. You do really well with tradition, with order, with grounded energy. But I feel like this energy that you are currently dealing with is a little outside of what you're accustomed to. I feel as though with the Knight of Wands, something that you weren't expecting. All right. Notice how she's sitting here with all of these demons around her, right? And then all of a sudden, the Knight comes in, right? The Knight comes in, it's like, I am here to save the day. And something sparks. Something sparks. And then immediately this rush of energy comes at you. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like whatever this is something that makes you feel good. Something with the Nine of Cups, the Emperor, the Seven of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. Something that makes you feel good, but something that you're trying not to admit to yourself. Hello. You are trying not to admit it to yourself. I'm going to need to pull some of these back. Drop the fucking ego. Vulnerability is hot as fuck. Put the phone down. Too much screen time is making you awkward and sad. Go talk to a live person. And this one says, get some sleep. You're being an ass because you're tired. I feel like this has kept you awake. I feel like this has revolved around your mind just a little bit. Just a little bit. And I feel like it's time to open up. I feel like it's time to be vulnerable. I feel like it's time to step away from the screens and to live a life. And also get some sleep because you're tired. But I feel like you'll feel a lot better after you step into the vulnerable side of things. But I do feel as though, I'm not saying that there's a time limit, but it does feel like there is one. I feel like you can only hold out so long. Okay? Okay, that's where I'm going to leave that. Why are we dealing with rom-coms and other things today? Nope, I'm just a tarot reader. Alright? Alright. Thank you, Taurus. That's all I have for you. We're now moving on to Capricorns. Hello, Capricorns. How are you? Hopefully you guys are doing well today. This has been one hell of a run. I know that's for somebody, but this one is for you. What you got? A leg up? Give me this one. Take a risk. A leg up and take a risk. And it kind of looks like it's a goat on a mountain. A leg up, take a risk. What is this? What is this? A leg up and take a risk. I feel like you're being helped, obviously, with a leg up. But it's something that, because with the underneath, it is take a risk. You could be afraid. What do we have here? Libra energy, okay. Nine of Cups, Two of Swords, the Empress, Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. I mean, yeah, you could be afraid. I could be afraid of... Why am I getting all of these messages today like this? I swear I am. Clarify this energy for me, just to make sure that I'm, you know, on the right path here. Yeah, see, there's the stress again. What is going on with the Zodiacs today? You know, when I shuffle these cards, I shuffle them all. They all get different, you know, positives and negatives. They all get different advice cards. It's almost like the collective as a whole is afraid to be happy right now. And yes, I mean that for you, Capricorns. I feel like you fall in line with that too. Why? With the Justice, you're walking a tightrope. I'm hearing, also hearing keep, I mean, it is keeping the peace, but it's not. It's like you're trying to keep things in order, in line. Nine of Cups, Two of Swords. You know, you're trying to be happy, but you haven't quite hit that, you know, point, the pinnacle yet of it all. With the Empress, that's Divine Feminine. Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. But then, you know, you shift from, I don't understand why this is making me happy, to it doesn't matter that it's making me happy, it's just making me happy. Page of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Strength. Is there somebody that you need to apologize to? Because that's what the Page of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Strength. That is an apology. One that you're afraid to give. Which could probably be why we have Take a Risk. Either somebody helped you or the universe is helping you to apologize to this energy. Is this somebody that you thought was going to be in your life long term? Empress, Ten of Pentacles. It feels that way. With this, I'm going to say that an apology is needed. Whether it's for you or from you, but apology is needed. And with you kind of walking that tightrope, it's like, do I, don't I? Do I, don't I? Well, until you make a decision, you're going to be balanced on that tightrope. Some good shit is about to happen. Don't let your issues fuck it up. They broke your heart? Fuck them. And have you eaten? You're acting like a big-ass baby. You need food in your belly. Eat a taco. I feel as though with this, somebody may come back and apologize to you. You could be dealing with heartbreak, or you could have broken up with them. But take the situation as it comes, because they also have some good shit is about to happen. Don't let your issues fuck it up. Could both of you be at fault? Also, don't forget to eat. Don't do things on an empty stomach. It makes you hangry, okay? Make sure you're taking care of yourself. That's what this card translates into. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. This is some twisted energy. I don't know who's who, because I'm not, you know, having the full spread here. But whatever it is, I feel like an apology is needed. Either on your side, their side, or on both sides. Oh my. And maybe you could be the one that starts it with Take a Risk. That was heavy. That was pretty heavy. I thought it was going to be good, but I mean, it still is good. With the goat, it's making it impossible possible. 7 card. Anyway, that's what I have for you guys. Can't linger too long. Thank you very much, Capricorns. That is what I have for you. Now, moving on to fire signs. Hello, fire signs. How are you? Hopefully you all are doing well. We are going to be moving on to Capricorns. Capricorns, how are you? I just saw the time. It's 54:54, which is very interesting because it's 9/9. Translates into 18, which is also 9. I'm not surprised. We moved in through an Aries new moon just recently. I have to fix my sleeve on my foot. My sleeve on my foot. Really? My pant leg. Aries. Aries, this one. Yang. I'm not surprised. Yang and this one. That's Divine Masculine. And we have Speak Truth. Wow. Both are 1 cards. Well, 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 reverts back to 1. What is going on with you, Aries? You know, Aries, I feel like you're feeling yourself right now. Give me the... No, not those. These. I feel like you're feeling yourself right now. I don't know if it is because you are speaking your truth. We're going to take a look. We're going to take a look because this is something. Underneath, we have the moon. That is emotion. That is intuition. And it shows up as intuition for me, not as the High Priestess, but it comes from an emotional aspect. Past energy, 7 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords, okay? You're showing up as the Knight of Wands. Future energy, we have the 8 of Pentacles, and the Lovers. Moving into union here. Chariot, Death, Knight of Swords, King of Swords. Aries. This is going to be the simplest version of what I've got for you. And it comes with a few strings, okay? The first one is whatever it is you're doing, keep doing it. At the same time, don't let just the physical work become what it is that you're doing. Always keep that balance to you. Okay, keep that balance of that emotion. Do some reflection at night. Don't try and dim yourself to fit other people. I know that throughout this reading, you know, I have talked this energy. Okay, this is very interesting now that it's all wrapping up in my brain. It's not everyone else's fault, it's yours. This is your fault. We moved through a new moon in Aries. This is your fault. And the reason why this is your fault is because when it comes to Aries, you know, it is the ram. You know, it's full, like they're going to use their heads. But essentially, it is the truth that comes with the Aries. You know, people talk about Aquarians, that they're like, oh, you know, Aquarius is the King of Swords, you know, it comes with the truth, it comes with the clarity. You're right. But when it comes to speaking a truth, it falls to Aries. I feel like Aries are very blunt. They're very, this is the way it is, and if you don't like it, there's the door. And that's what I'm getting with this energy here is, you know, you are being authentic in yourself. And when it comes to being authentic, that leads you straight into union. That leads you straight into the things that you want. That leads you straight into clarity. So is it your fault? Yes. Is it directly your fault? No, it's just the zodiac sign's fault. This one says you're giving away your power. You're a badass. Act like it. So remember to keep your power in check. And you are loved. You were here for a reason. Don't fuck it up. I feel like that's beautiful, balanced energy. To remind yourself that, you know, right now you are leading the charge with your new moon energy. At the same time, to not give away your power to other people who are like, why are you doing that? It doesn't have to make sense to them as long as it makes sense to you. And, you know, you are loved for exactly who you are. I love Aries. My best friends are Aries. My boyfriend is Aries. I love Aries. Are they blunt sometimes? Yes. Do they mean to be? Sometimes. But what you are doing, your work right now, is to be honest, to keep doing your work in a way that is authentic to you, and don't let people dim your light. That is what I have for you, Aries. Which I'm, again, not surprised. I saw that. And there's the intuition. Underneath the moon, we have the moon and your intuition. Really? That's what we're doing today? Okay, that's fine. But Aries, that is what I have for you. Thank you very much for joining me. We are now moving on to Leos. Hello, Leos. How are you? Hopefully you all are doing well. Leo, what's going on? What's going on with you, Leo? Give me this one. This one's talking to me. Mirror. The Sovereign. Okay, and this one. Peace. Okay, I'm sorry. These don't mean... I don't mean to laugh at these. Okay? I really, really, really don't. I don't mean to laugh at these. It's just, it's very interesting because I know Leos and Aries and some of these different zodiacs that I'm like, I'm not surprised that this is coming through. But let's see what we've got here. Let's see where we're going. Peace and the Sovereign. You're trying to keep the peace. The Leos that I know do kind of keep the peace, but they're also rule breakers. Anyway, underneath, we have the Four of Wands. Okay. The Nine of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, you're showing up as the Chariot. The Six of Pentacles and the Magician. Okay. Lesson. Most of this makes sense. Queen of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Knight of Swords. You moved away from something that was making you unhappy. And now that you have moved away from that energy, you are much more at peace. You are much more at joy. You get to move forward. I feel like you releasing the things that no longer served you it's going to benefit you. It's going to allow you to step back into your power. I feel like the thing you thought that you desired was not the thing that you... how do I want to put this? The thing that you desired looked good. Absolutely. But I don't think it was exactly what you needed. I feel as though it put you on a path where it led you through this. Through darkness and to conflict. Even though, again, it could have started off good. But as time went on, I don't think it served your greater purpose. I don't think it served your greater purpose. You need a good cry. Get the ugly cry on. Let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. Releasing energy is hard. Again, especially when it was something that you thought that you wanted, or it looked good, and then it wasn't. Don't hold on to that repressed energy, okay? Don't hold on to that repressed energy. Release it, okay? You're going through some tough shit. Everyone has their turn. Welcome to yours. Gather your tired ass up and handle it. Again, don't hold on to that energy. This one says you're being shady. Watch out, shit could get ugly. And don't try and fake it either. Don't try and fake it. You know, really be authentic with yourself. I feel like that's what led you to this point of, you know, oh, this looked good, you know, or this is what I wanted right now. But that doesn't mean that it's what you needed and what is needed long term. Instant gratification and long-term gratification are two different things. That's where I'm going to leave that. Sit with that, Leos. Yes, I know. You guys are Leos. You don't want to deal with that type of energy. You know, you guys usually feel as though you have it all figured out all the time. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're wrong. And that's coming from the Aquarian in me. You are wrong. I'm not always right. Not always right. Most I am. Most of the times I am. But this time, I am right. And you are wrong. Leos are going to come for me in the comments. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. I can handle them. All right, Leos. Thank you very much. That's all I have for you. After those, we are now on to, last but not least, we are on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, how are you? Hopefully you all are doing well. You are the last one. Welcome in. Welcome in. Give me this one. What you got here? The Warrior. You know, yeah. Yeah. This one. Truth be told. The Warrior and Truth be told. Okay. Talking about truth here. The Warrior. I'm seeing Mulan. This is the second time I've seen Mulan, and I haven't watched Mulan in a while. So Mulan is going through my mind. It's the first one, not the second one. The first time Mulan flew through my mind, it was the second Mulan. This one's the first one. What are we rocking with here? What you got? Underneath, we got the Page of Cups. Okay. 3 of Pentacles, the Star. You're showing up as 2 of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Interesting. Alright, I feel as though you hit a point of stagnation. And before you come at me in the comments, the point of stagnation, thank you, the point of stagnation was not because you were stagnant. I feel like you got what you wanted and then peace came in, but, and because you're the last one, I'm going to take a look at something. Thank you. When peace came in, it's almost kind of like you got a little bored. And I'm not saying that boredom is a bad thing. I'm not. With the Ace of Swords, we got the Page of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Hanged Man, and Temperance. It's okay to have a little fun in your life. But with the Warrior, you know, it's almost... Hey, there you go. There you go. It's almost like you went to battle, you came back from battle, and now that things are calm again, you don't know how to live your life. You don't know how to proceed forward. And for those of you coming back from battle, what I mean is drama. Drama, you know, hardships, you know, things in your life that you worked really hard to get through. And now that things are at peace, I feel like it's kind of hard for you to function without that energy. And I'm not saying that you were the drama. Don't come after me in the comments. I already have Leos coming after me in the comments. But what I'm saying is that, you know, you've lived most of your life or a stretch of your life in this drama energy. And now that it's quiet, it's almost like you need something to fill the noise. And I'm not saying you're going to go find the drama. Don't do that. But find something to fill the noise. Find something that's going to help you. Thank you. Find something that's going to help you fill the noise without it being drama. Don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be lying, sneaking bastards. You don't need the drama. Okay? This one says rebel because fuck it. Break out of that quiet. Break out of that norm. But the thing that you need to remember, and I'm also going to walk away with these too, is shame, regret, and guilt. Those are just bullshit, and get the fuck out of your head. Forgive and let that shit go, and get in your heart it misses you. So just because you went through a trying time and now that peace is in your life, you know, really take the time to forgive yourself as well. Take the time to be like, you know, I went through a really hard time. Take some time to rest and recoup, but don't keep yourself there, because I don't think it's going to be healthy for you. But again, that doesn't mean go looking for the drama. Don't go looking for the drama. Okay? Don't do it. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Don't do it. But find something like a hobby. A hobby to help you. Okay? Hobbies are good. Okay? All right. Thank you very much, Saggies. This is what I have for you. I really hope that helped you. Again, don't go looking for the drama. Don't do it. Ollie says don't. Don't go looking for the drama. But find something to fill the space, fill the noise. But also really ask yourself, you know, why you are thriving off of this. Why, how do I want to put this? Why do you need the drama? Why do you need it? That is the question you need to ask yourself. But that is all I have for you. That's it. So, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you very much. There's not going to be a general reading here. Do not come after me in the comments. I'm going to do 11:08. Do not come after me in the comments. I know I bashed Leos. My bad. Sorry. For all of the others of you, hopefully that resonated for you. But this is what I have for you. So thank you guys very much for joining me. As always, your company is well appreciated, and I will see you all again later. Bye for now, guys.